Live from Fifth Avenue in Manhattan, it's the 53rd Annual National Puerto Rican Day Parade.
The 53rd National Puerto Rican Day Parade is brought to you by the proud partners of the National Puerto Rican Day Parade and Goya. CS Goya, tiene que ser bueno. If it's Goya, it has to be good. Pepsi Cola, it's never been a generation like ours. Colgate, make the Colgate family promise. Better oral health together. And American Airlines, the official airline of the National Puerto Rican Day Parade. Bienvenido. Oh, welcome. We feel good. I'm Ernie Anastas along with
Brenda Blackman in a sea of red, white, and blue along Fifth Avenue. A terrific day, right?
Yeah, the weather really cooperated with us. We want to thank everybody for that because this is really a special day. We're celebrating great Puerto Rican culture today. Colorful floats, the people, the enthusiasm, and many, as you know, Brenda, proud families along that parade route.
Oh, definitely. What a vibrant tribute to the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Look at those people. Are they happy to be here or what? Look at all the stages set for a terrific day.
We have about 80,000 people who will be marching in this parade today, about 200 floats, 2 million people along the parade route. We are so excited. We got our flag here. Que bonita bandera, which means, of course, how beautiful our flag. This is gorgeous. Red, white, and blue. We're celebrating Puerto Rican Day Parade. 53rd annual celebration, too, Brenda.
Oh, yes, indeed. And you know what? We have some people out there along the parade route. One of them is Ann Craig. Ann standing by right now. What's going on?
Good morning, guys. It is a gorgeous day out here. And would you look at this crowd? They are fired up already, even before the parade started. They got here as early as 5:30 this morning because this is a family tradition. For generations, families have been coming out here. In fact, let's see if we can hear Rosie. Rosie, how many years have you been coming out here?
I've been coming here for many years. I live in Brooklyn, New York, and I love it!
Of course, this is a day when they celebrate the pride of Puerto Rico, the heritage of Puerto Rico, the culture of Puerto Rico. Viva la Puerto Rico!
Thank you! And for the prize!
Oh, man. You see, Rosie from Brooklyn is so excited about this parade.
She is so excited. Yes, and you're right. She should be because it is a day of excitement.
It is, and we have a lot of people along the parade route. Lisa Evers is also there on 45th Street and 5th Avenue. Let's just check in with Lisa and see what's going on there right now, okay? We love it. Thank you very much, Lisa. She's having fun out there.
She is, and we're going to be talking with Lisa and Ann all day long. But you know what? Everything doesn't get started today. There was actually activities going on before this because everyone has to get ready for the parade with a gala. Let's take a look at some things going on in preparation for the parade.
Yeah, here it is.
Before the first float gets rolling and the music gets pumping, the party starts here at the 53rd Annual National Puerto Rican Day Parade Gala.
We are really part of the Puerto Rican community since Puerto Ricans started coming here in the 40s and the 50s. So we've been participating since 1958. So we always feel that it's very important to participate with the Puerto Rican community.
Very happy to be here tonight. As usual, this is the big celebration for us leading up to Sunday.
Every year, the organizers kick off the parade with a lavish banquet at the Marriott Marquis Hotel in Times Square, where hundreds of distinguished guests attend.
A week-long party where we celebrate our culture, our heritage, our food, our dance, and also pause and pay homage to those individuals who have opened doors.
Year after year after year, our Puerto Rican community continues to grow. New York City is the largest city of Puerto Ricans, more than San Juan, Puerto Rico. And this parade is the largest parade in New York. and it's just a source of pride.
This gala brings together an A-list crowd, including television personalities, executives, and politicians. Tell me about this event. What makes this night so special?
Well, this is a banquet where we come as a community, hundreds of people, to have fun, to listen, but very important is how many officials and elected officials come from Puerto Rico.
A special part of the night included a $75,000 scholarship check for students looking to further their education.
Cursla is proud to once again provide $75,000 in scholarships to the National Puerto Rican Day Parade and Diversity Foundation.
The National Puerto Rican Day Parade is one of the largest in the nation, and this more than 5 decades old gala honors the contributions Puerto Ricans have made to the U.S.
To see now a situation where a Supreme Court justice, a girl from the South Bronx, it's fabulous. And if nothing else, that's the one that solidifies our contribution to this country.
You can certainly feel a great sense of pride here, but when it comes to Parade Day, no matter where you're from, everyone is Puerto Rican. I'm Ann Craig, Fox 5 News.
All right, thank you. And you know, this is a city all about people, and we're really, you know, rooted in a very unique culture. There's immigration here, there's so much social life, and there's so much to talk about because, you know, it's all about basic family and the roots and where we came from, where we are, and where we're all going. That's what we're celebrating here today.
Definitely, and we are going to continue this celebration too, right here on Fox 5, the 53rd annual Puerto Rican Day Parade. We want you to stay with us because we have some real great personalities coming up. Guess who's going to be kind of heading it all off?
You know what? I hear that Mark Anthony is going to be here today because he is the king of this parade, and Jennifer Lopez will also be here. We're going to have them live, Brenda, right here, talking to them. So we have so much to do, so much to talk about. Let's take a break. We'll be right back with more of the National Puerto Rican Day Parade here on Fox 5.
With Ernie Anastas at the 53rd annual Puerto Rican Day Parade. What an exciting day it is, and we have another special person joining us.
Yeah, look who's joining us right now, Melissa Quesada, who was the former queen of the parade in 1998. Melissa, so good to have you here. What an exciting day we have.
Yes, absolutely. This is turning out to be a gorgeous day. They were forecasting rain, but it's beautiful, sunny. It's not too hot.
No,
so I
you
think
have a
we're gonna
lot
have
of
great
experience, too, at these parades because you're part of really all the planning. You're on the executive board.
Yes, exactly.
Brenda and I want to know more about it. Everybody at home, what does it take to prepare for these parades?
This parade is actually a year-long process. We start in September, and every month we meet. We have meetings with the different organizations who are going to be participating in the parade. We decide on what hometown in Puerto Rico will be honored for the parade, as well as who are the different honorees that we'll have throughout the year. It's absolutely a lot of work. It's a huge team.
A lot of planning early.
Yes.
It takes a year to really put this together, doesn't it?
Yes. It's an 8-member board of directors, and then we have a bevy of volunteers who you'll see up and down the parade route all day long, and we couldn't do it without them.
What about that dedicating of a city, a particular city? How do you go about doing that?
Well, every year we go through a list. Some of the mayors and the towns of Puerto Rico will write to us, and they'll request that their city is honored. And we'll go through the list, and we'll decide, depending on if they're celebrating a specific anniversary or if there's something special going on that year. Like this year's Toa Baja, and they're celebrating their 265th anniversary of being founded. So we're commemorating.
There's a lot of rich history there,
There's
isn't there? Yeah.
an extreme amount of rich history, yeah.
So you also have, other things to consider, and that is almost 200 floats that are part of this wonderful parade.
Yes.
How do you set that all up, and what decisions are made about the pecking order? Who goes first? Who goes in the middle? Who goes last?
We have a coordinator, a general coordinator, and his job is extremely important, as you can imagine. He's the one that decides what the order of the floats is. Of course, every year we always put the queen of the parade.
Yep.
She goes out first.
You know that firsthand, right?
I do. Yeah. So I look out for her.
Yeah, of course you do.
And then, of course, the honorees. So this year would be Toa Baja, who's going out next. And we also do a state dedication. This year's dedication is to the state of Illinois. And so they'll come out as well. And then we at the board always believe that that culture is the #1 thing that we want to highlight in the parade. And so we try to make sure that these are the organizations, the hometown organizations representing the different pueblos, the different cultures, are the ones that are coming down the avenue. And then, of course, we have our sponsors who we have to thank because they help to make this parade possible as well.
We have a lot of people along the route,
I was going to say, you know, all those people out there, they're yelling and screaming. What was it like for you seeing these people along the parade route when you were queen?
It was absolutely amazing. It was overwhelming, and I can't tell you the sense of pride that I felt to be able to see the red, white, and blue of the Puerto Rican flag and have so many people just sending you these amazing positive vibes and yelling your name and saying, you know, que viva Puerto Rico.
Beautiful. And you know, Melissa, all we see there are the faces, especially of a lot of young people. There are a lot of families here that are passing along that great tradition.
Exactly.
You were talking about some of the sponsors, and you know, one of the oldest sponsors is, you know who?
Goya.
Goya.
Everyone knows Goya, right?
Yes.
We got a rich history.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about them right now because we want you to know a little bit more about the company, how it was founded, where they've come from, and where they are today. Let's take a look right now. A little bit more about Goya, one of our big sponsors.
We have the honor and the distinction of carrying that flag. The reception by every single individual as we go down the street is very emotional. It's beautiful.
And perhaps more than emotional, it is a lot of Puerto Rican pride that is displayed every year at the National Puerto Rican Day Parade, and Goya's executives have made this event a tradition of their own.
In 1958, when we established the Brooklyn, the Puerto Rican Parade made its way to Manhattan. And then we've become a part of the parade since its beginnings, and making contact with the community and supporting the community has been Goya's philosophy and strategy from day one.
A philosophy that began in 1936 by 2 Spanish immigrants, Don Prudencio Unanue and his wife Carolina, who began their business journey by distributing just a few products in Lower Manhattan.
We originally started with a few key items: olives and olive oil, sardines, you know, products from Spain for this Spanish community. As that community grew, and after World War II, when the Puerto Rican community came in, we expanded it. And today, by following all of these groups with a myriad of products, we have about 1,600 products that we sell.
And this company's success is in part due to their direct involvement with the community. Every year, Goya participates in this celebration that attracts more than 3 million people along Fifth Avenue, where one of the most significant moments of the event has been led by Robert Unanue, presiding at the head of the largest Puerto Rican flag.
I think that's something that we've been doing for many years, and it really brings home what the parade is all about.
The National Puerto Rican Day Parade is one of the largest in the nation and was established to create national awareness and appreciation of the Puerto Rican culture and contributions to the U.S., a tribute that Goya Foods has been paying not just to the people of Puerto Rico, but to all cultures in this country for 74 years.
On behalf of the Gran Familia Goya, we'd like to congratulate and thank the Puerto Rican community for making us a part of your family for so many years, since its very beginnings. We congratulate you and wish you all the best today in this very special day.
How nice is that? And congratulations to them. Goya, great sponsor. And you were telling us about the scholarship fund that they also have in place.
Yes, Goya has been a longtime sponsor of the National Puerto Rican Day Parade. They're one of our oldest sponsors. They've sponsored everything from scholarships to the beauty pageant, the Miss Puerto Rico beauty pageant for the parade. And this year, a little note of interest about Goya, they'll have Frankie Negron, which is a salsa singer, performing on their float.
Fabulous.
So we can look forward to that later on.
We're going to do a little bit of that dancing ourselves today, aren't we? We're ready to go for it. We have a lot more of this parade, don't we?
Oh, definitely. The 53rd Annual National Puerto Rican Day Parade continues right here on Fox right after this. Stay with us.
Hermosa Dia.
Live from Fifth Avenue in Manhattan, it's the 53rd Annual National Puerto Rican Day Parade.
The 53rd National Puerto Rican Day Parade is brought to you by the proud partners of the National Puerto Rican Day Parade, the Diversity Group, Gallows Corp.,
to the 53rd Annual Puerto Rican Day Parade, live from New York City. We have all the excitement, all the fun of this day. Parade's going to actually get started around noon. So we're very excited about that kickoff. So we're here with Melissa and Brenda. You know, we have a lot of things going on here, don't we?
Oh, we definitely do. I mean, just like Melissa's been talking about, all of the beautiful floats. You know, Ernie, believe it or not, they don't just come together overnight. It is such a process. And if I'm not mistaken, there are some people who put this process together in New Jersey.
Yeah.
I think that's the way it goes. But let's check in with this story so we can hear more.
I've got my hammer and nails ready to go.
5 days before the annual Puerto Rican Day Parade, and it looks like some of these floats may never be finished. There are 42 floats scheduled for the parade, more floats than in any other parade this year. Each is in a different stage of construction, but to Robert DeVito, everything is under control.
Because we have to put the hours in, you know, but they'll come together quick.
DeVito runs Bond Parade Floats in Clifton. For 36 years, his company has been building floats, and he says the floats for this parade will all be ready.
The customer supplies his idea, we make it into a design, and once we get the okay, we start working on it.
DeVito's crew does the artwork and the painting. They do the carpentry and make the signs. Some of them vinyl, others made of wood.
You just finished these this morning, right?
And of course, the assembly, making sure everything comes together and putting the finishing touches on the float itself. And once the floats are finished, DeVito and his crew start on the next parade, which comes only a few days later.
You just only have a short time period to do it in, and you know, you got to meet your deadlines. That's the difficult part.
It's a lot of work, isn't it? As you can see, you were really telling us a lot of information there, Brenda.
But look at how those people are waiting with happy looks on their faces. You can't disappoint them.
You can't. And Melissa, we were also looking at these floats. You were starting to tell us a little bit about the honorees this year who are going to be on some of these floats.
Yes, that's right. This year's Grand Marshal is Nydia Velasquez, the Congresswoman. We also have Congressman Jose Serrano that will be participating with us.
Great.
We have the town of Toa Baja, which is going to be bringing us a float, which will be, I'm sure, decorated absolutely gorgeous. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing that float for sure. And they'll have with them a plenero group. Plena is a typical dance in Puerto Rico and a type of music in Puerto Rico. And so we'll be able to see that coming down the avenue.
Well, we can't wait for that because it's going to get started very soon around noon. But in the meantime, there's a little excitement on the entertainment stage. You know who's there right now? Oh, well, Ann Craig is standing by with Tito Puente Jr. So take it away, Ann, to you.
Hey, guys, this is where the action truly kicks off, and the person kicking off the fun and the entertainment this afternoon, it's Tito Puente Jr. Great to see you today.
Thank you for having me. Once again, we are all Puerto Ricans here in New York today.
You grew up at this parade with your father, the legendary Tito Puente. You actually told me you rode down a convertible on 5th Avenue with him. What memories do you have of this day?
Wow, I remember this day as being very special to the Puente family, me, my sister, my brother. We always came with my dad every year. I think the inception of this parade was created, I think my dad was like the first godfather of the parade back in the days, and it's just so cool. It's a very family-orientated parade. I've been doing this parade ever since my dad passed away in 2000, and even before that, coming with him was just an experience I'll never forget.
Well, of course, you're keeping your dad's legendary icon status alive, his music alive. With your music, you just had an album that dropped 2 weeks ago.
Yes, I did. It's called Got Mambo. Now You Got Mambo. And check out my website, gotmambo.com. I did 3 songs of my late father's his old music from the 1950s and 7 original tunes. It's a great record for your party, for your bar mitzvah, your bat mitzvah. Anybody can do it. But it's definitely cool for any Puerto Rican party that you might have today.
Of course, we have a huge crowd out here. They're so excited to hear you perform today, so I am going to let you take it away. We have Mambo's new Latin ambassador. It's Tito Puente Jr. and his orchestra.
Thank you.
Stay with us on Fox 5. We'll be back.
Keep it right here.
Today's parade is also dedicated to breast cancer awareness, as well as a symbol of American Airlines, because it's really sort of partnered with the Susan G. Komen Foundation. And on Friday, this airline flew in a very special guest to be part of today's celebration. Would you like to hear more? Would you like to hear more, Melissa?
Absolutely.
I think we're ready for this because this is a very special tribute to American Airlines and their great cause. Let's take a look.
American Airlines is very proud to sponsor the Puerto Rican Day Parade. We have been doing this for the past 30 years, and we have been serving the island from New York for the last 39 years.
This airline has had a long-standing relationship with the Puerto Rican community in New York and in Puerto Rico.
For us, Puerto Rico is a very important market, and the Puerto Rican community here in New York City is also very important to American Airlines because we've had that ongoing relationship for almost 4 decades. So we are proud sponsors of the Puerto Rican Day Parade. We're proud to sponsor things that help our communities, the communities we serve, because for American Airlines it's very important to support the communities we serve. And that is why this tie-in between the Puerto Rican Day Parade and the Susan G. Komen for the Cure is so relevant.
In fact, this company joined efforts with the Health Foundation to raise breast cancer awareness at this year's parade.
Our organization is always looking for ways to get the message out about breast cancer. I can think of no better way than to be on a parade to let everyone know, particularly the Latino community, about breast cancer and breast cancer awareness. This is so important to us, and we're just delighted to be a part of this major event.
And to help promote prevention, American Airlines flew in actress Carla Monroy, who was greeted at the gate at LaGuardia Airport by fans and executives.
It's very important that huge companies like American Airlines with credibility, with cares about the community, cares about our concerns, and most of it, I'm pretty thankful, very thankful for their support to Komen for the Cure Foundation. I've been the spokesperson and godmother for Komen for the Cure organization in Puerto Rico 5 years now, and I feel so happy to keep spreading the word, no? That early detection can save your life. We want to eradicate breast cancer, and we want a world without breast cancer. Thank you.
Very nice, American Airlines and their support of breast cancer awareness here at this Puerto Rican Day Parade. What a wonderful story that they have. And there are so many stories to be told today. And
all over the place.
Yeah, you know who's on the parade route right now?
Could it be Lisa Evers?
I think it is Lisa Evers around 45th Street. Hey, Lisa, fill us in. Tell us what's going on down there. Getting ready for the big send-off.
Hey, Ernie, well, with a tremendous amount of excitement here for the Puerto Rican Day Parade. I have actually made my way up here to 5th Avenue, but before I came uptown, I actually was able to talk to one of the big sponsors of the parade, American Airlines, and just take a look at this. And look, and how are you enjoying things?
Oh, yes, great, wonderful, wonderful.
You guys having fun?
Yeah!
What time did you get here this morning?
Like at 11 or 9.
9 o'clock, and look at you, got your shirts on, you got your headbands on, you got the parade, the flag, everything. We're having a great time here, fantastic time. And let's take a look at what American Airlines had to say.
Oh, and we also have heard from American Airlines because they've talked about their connection with breast cancer awareness, and we're very happy about that. Lisa, thank you very much for telling us about that. You know what? I think, Melissa, that somehow Brenda is in a dancing mood. I can just feel it right now.
I don't blame you.
You know what, Melissa, can you salsa?
I can salsa.
Ernie, can you salsa?
I can salsa.
Well, I couldn't salsa before, but I think I'm beginning to get the hang of it. Let me show you what I did and where I went. Take a look at this.
Here we go.
Salsa dancing. Just watching this couple twist and turn on the dance floor makes me want to try. Can't be too tough, can it? So I came to the Continental Dance Club in Bloomfield to learn how to salsa.
Felicia, I'm here for my first salsa lesson.
Brenda.
Hi. I'm excited. Okay,
am I.
let's get started.
My teacher, Felicia Banks.
Need to know there's 6 movements to a pattern,
Okay.
and the girl starts on the right.
We start with the simple steps.
Forward in place, step. Back in place, step. And forward.
But even these steps take time to get right.
So you're gonna go back in place, side, and then back in place, side. All right, let's try that again.
Turns out, salsa dancing is not as easy as I thought.
Go. Quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow. I saw that.
You weren't supposed to be watching.
But with Felicia's help, I start to get it.
Left, right, side, and back. I think that was
Thank you.
You did a good job.
And now it's time to face the music and a partner.
Paul, you've been doing this for how long?
52 years.
52 years.
Paul was a patient teacher and dancer.
Oh, this is cool.
Finally, progress. But it wasn't long before I had enough, at least for now.
Give me a turn. Ready? Whoa!
It's a quick, quick, slow. Is that what he was saying? Quick,
Yeah.
quick, slow, right?
Yes.
How did you do?
did really well. That
do you
was
think?
excellent.
It felt pretty good doing it, didn't it?
It felt great doing it.
Yeah, what do you think? I mean, let's rate her now, okay?
No, I'll
Let's-
tell you what,
let's figure it out.
you two do a step and
No,
I'll
I don't know if we
rate
can
you.
do that. It's
Well-
quick, quick, slow, right?
Yes. So quick,
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 slow.
slow.
I think they're doing
Quick,
great, don't
quick,
you think?
slow.
Yes.
I like this. This is good. Brenda, you're a good
Yeah, you
teacher
did
right
well.
now. We're going to take a break right now. We'll continue a little salsa dancing.
Okay, and
You at
I'll
home,
continue to
relax.
grade
We're coming
you.
right back with more of the 53rd Annual Puerto Rican Day Parade live
let you know
on
how
5th
they
Avenue.
did.
Okay, let's try it, okay? Now you're quick, quick. We are back live. We are celebrating Puerto Rico today. The tradition continues. What a city, what a great time that we're having. Welcome back to the annual Puerto Rican Day Parade today. Melissa and Brenda, we are just experiencing the beginning of this parade right now. It's exciting.
It's so exciting. We're seeing right now the New York City Police Department Marching Band. They actually participate with us every year, and it's a tradition for them to open up the Puerto Rican Day Parade. They have a long-standing history with us.
You know, it's such a beautiful parade, and to see that it has finally gotten underway, the banner for the National Puerto Rican Day Parade, of course, marks the official start of today's event. And as we've been saying all day, it's the 53rd anniversary. The first New York Puerto Rican Day Parade, would you believe, was held in El Barrio in Manhattan. The parade incorporated as a national nonprofit entity in 1995.
And we have also been watching the National Latino Police Officers, the Officers Association, and they are also proud to be marching in this wonderful parade today with that sun shining on everyone.
Absolutely, and also part of the contingency with the police officers is the NYPD Hispanic Society, and their membership is, of course, made up of New York City's finest.
Let's listen in to some of that great music.
Yeah, that's a great theme. We all know that. New York, New York. And Melissa, tell us a little bit quickly about Puerto Rican pride, the home, the family, the culture, the tradition, all of that you are so familiar with.
Well, you know, there are close to 4 million Puerto Ricans here stateside, as well as about 3.9 million Puerto Ricans back on the island. And so, of course, being here away from the island of Puerto Rico, it's very important for those of us who are of Puerto Rican descent to keep the culture and traditions alive. The food, the language, traditional things like pasteles. You guys have to try those. Those are delicious. Acapurria, relleno de papas, arroz con gandules. These are all very traditional dishes from Puerto Rico. Our music, salsa, bomba, plena, son. You know, being Puerto Rican is very, family is very important. And so This is just
New York's finest, as you can see, Melissa, as
Absolutely.
you're talking about this. Police Commissioner Ray Kelly was just at the head of that line. We also have some other
Craig
excitement
is over
going on.
there too right now. We want to go over to Ann for just a moment as we continue to wave at our troops on the ground.
Hey guys, you gotta love the characters too. Can you see this guy in the parade pushing his dog in a stroller?
Every year, by the way, he's here every single year.
I'm with Angie Martinez from Hot 97, the gorgeous, lovely, and talented Angie Martinez. You've been coming to this parade since you were a little girl. What does it mean to you?
It means everything every single year. I've been coming here. My grandmother used to take me when I was a kid. And we used to stand here. We used to walk in these little stands, and we used to try to get as close as we could. And it was, you know, we made sandwiches, and it was a big day. And then when I started my career in radio, they started letting me ride on the Hot 97 float.
Hot 97 float is the float in the parade, and this year you guys have Diddy on the float. You've already been hanging out with Diddy and J-Lo and Mark Anthony this morning, right?
Yeah, well, this morning I was with Mark and Jennifer and the mayor and the governor. We cut the ribbon to start the parade, which is my first year actually doing that. And
now you know you're big time.
It was kind of nice to be up there. It was really nice.
Angie, you're always on the Hot 97 float, but a new honor for Angie this year. She has her own float. You've got your own.
This is my first year. I'm on the float with my team. I have a team at the EBC Rucker, tomorrow's our first game. And most of my team is Puerto Rican. My coach, Tony, is Puerto Rican. So this year I'm going to ride with my Angie Martinez All-Star Rucker team. And Joel Ortiz is going to join us on the float. And I'm excited. And I have my flag and I'm ready to go.
This crowd is so excited out here today. And obviously, Mark Anthony is going to be here.
Mark is here. I saw him. He showed up with Jennifer. They came in just in time to cut the ribbon. So I think they're going to be up in a few blocks, actually.
All right, we're going to let Angie get on her float to ride up Fifth Avenue, and I'm going to send that over. Good to see you.
See you too. Have a great time.
Back to you, Ernie and Brenda.
Thank you very much, and there is a lot of emotion that becomes part of this parade because we're talking about a great culture. We're talking about people that have a terrific history and a lot of enthusiasm between the music that you showed us, the food that you were just talking about, and everything else that's part of this Puerto Rican lifestyle.
Yes, absolutely. You know, Puerto Rico, of course, has a very long and rich history. Its people are made up of a mix of Spaniards, European descent, Taino Indians, of course. Christopher Columbus touched down in Puerto Rico. And of course, then we also have the African influence as well in Puerto Rico. So it's the mix has created an amazing culture, both musically, both in the makeup of the people. We range the rainbow. And this is what you're going to see today down Fifth Avenue.
Take a look. Mark Anthony is joining us today.
He is joining
He
us.
is the king of this parade, and he is such a king. I mean, this man is the top Latino artist ever. Jennifer Lopez, of course, with him, and they just had a great celebration, as you know. They celebrated their 6th wedding anniversary.
Yes, and speaking of family, I mean, they have created their family now, and I'm sure when they join us in just a few minutes, they will be talking about that family.
Yeah, little
and what
Max and
family
Emmy.
means to this culture.
The little twins are adorable. It's really changed her life a lot. I'm sure you've been reading about it, that she says this is like primary. This is a very, very important part of her life, as well as Mark's, and he's got a little experience changing diapers, so he's helping her out a lot. You know, there's so much to be said about, we're looking at Mark Anthony and Jennifer Lopez, Puerto Rican heroes who admire this country, and also those people who are, you know, top shelf. So we're going to talk about them in a little while, but right now we're going to take a break.
Yes, and we will be returning to talk with Mark and J-Lo when we come back to the 53rd Annual Puerto Rican Day Parade live on Fox 5 in New York City along Fifth Avenue.
We are back live. The stars are out today at the annual Puerto Rican Day Parade. Brenda, look at your screen right there. What a beautiful couple.
They are indeed. And you know, if I didn't know better, I would swear that J-Lo was doing the same thing that all ladies do. That's reaching in her purse, checking makeup before she gets out of the car.
She is. She's getting herself ready. You know, they are just such a terrific couple. And I happen to mention that they just recently celebrated a big housewarming party in California.
Did you get your invitation?
No, I didn't get it. I'm going to have to ask them about that.
Please
you know,
do.
They'll have to invite us out there sometime. But they were celebrating their 6th wedding anniversary, and they renewed their marriage vows out there.
Oh, that is so wonderful. And you know, it's important, I think, for everyone to see the importance of family, how their sense of family and commitment to each other. Right?
Yes, they did celebrate their family. As you know, they're very proud of their twins, Max and Emmy. They're 2 years old. And this party was terrific, by the way. I was reading about the list of people there. They're very good friends with Tom Cruise, Katie Holmes, and Brad Pitt was there, and Angelina Jolie. This must have been some shake-up, right?
Some shindig.
Wow, I'm telling you.
Yes,
I would have
indeed.
enjoyed that. But we were talking about how they are just so proud of their heritage. Native New Yorkers. She's, of course, from the Bronx and has a great history, a great story to tell about her family background, the influence that she's had, and also now how she's trying to take all of that and pass it on to her family. As I said before, she's so proud of her 2 children, the little twins, and she's mentioned many times that it's changed her life dramatically, that this is a top priority.
Every mom's so proud of their kids, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? Right now, by the way, you just saw their picture, but right now they're trying to make their way to the stage. Can you imagine? Of course, all New York loves them to death, so therefore it's a little difficult trying to make a clear path, even with NYPD Community Affairs, as they're trying to do. They're trying to make a clear path for them to get from the car to the stage. And of course, everyone wants to be close to them, so that's a little difficult.
They're trying to get them up here, as we were saying. I mean, these are just superstars. And Mark, by the way, has sold over 8 million albums worldwide. And yeah, his name, Mark Antonio Muñez, it was named after a Mexican singer. He's very proud of his heritage, as is Jennifer Lopez, and she is also terrific. Many albums. You know, one of the movies that I like, I know she's done so many, but particularly related to New York, was Made in Manhattan. Did you see that movie? It was terrific.
I sure did. In fact, you should have asked, how many of her movies have I seen?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I just love, you know.
Selena was a big influence on her, too, when she did that film. And she has many stories to tell. Hopefully, they'll be getting up here in a short while. You know, I was trying to talk to Melissa before.
They're literally just steps away. I can see them making their way, and it's just, you know, very difficult trying to get them up here.
Okay, Ann Craig is right there. So, Ann, take it away. Hi, Ann.
We're a little bit closer. We're going to try to get...
In fact, I hear the voice of Lisa Evers trying to get them as well.
Oh, they're coming up here right now. Here they are.
They're actually coming up the steps right now.
I think we have their microphones ready for us.
I think we should stand up.
Hi, guys.
Everyone is giving them a round of applause, as we should as well.
Mark,
hello.
Come on over here, right across this. Come on, Mark, right across.
Right
Absolutely.
This way.
Mark and Jennifer.
Yes, indeed. Hello, how are you? Welcome. Right around this way.
Mark,
Excuse me,
how are you, my dear friend?
How are you?
Really good to see you. Nice to see you again, as always.
Right on the other side.
Hi, Jennifer.
You look
how
great.
Are you,
Thank
honey?
you
good
so much for seeing us.
You look beautiful. Have
Please
a seat.
have a seat.
Come on over this side.
Absolutely. In our blue chairs.
You know, you can see the tremendous response here.
Everyone loves you.
Congratulations to you, Mark, as king of this parade, and we are so happy for you. I'm going to put on these microphones. Here you go. Put
Jennifer,
that right on there.
Jennifer, put yours on.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you're all set.
There you guys are.
How was the ride? Did you enjoy it?
It was unbelievable. It was actually pretty comfortable.
It was. You know, the weather cooperated with us, too, by the way.
It was great. The weather was wonderful.
Yeah, so far so good. Let's hope it stays that way.
Jennifer, can you hear us okay?
Yeah.
Terrific. Listen, you know, there are so many different things we want to talk to you about. First of all, this day, which means so much to you as king of the parade, and I know you've been here so many times, and this is your native city. Tell us why you're here today, what it means to you personally.
You know, I was thinking about this on the ride in. This is such a huge part of my life since I was born. You know, the Puerto Rican Day Sunday, every Sunday, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, my mom would start getting ready. We'd end up on 86th Street. It was just a yearly part of my
tradition.
life. Yeah, so regardless of what I would have ended up doing in my life anyway, I probably would have been on 86th Street rolling my kids in a shopping cart.
Exactly. I know.
You know what I mean?
And speaking of your children, you are both so very proud of Max and Emmy.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, by the way. They're 2 years old now, right?
2 years, 4 months, right?
Yeah, and you guys just celebrated, you just renewed your marriage vows, your 6th anniversary.
No, that's not true.
That's not true. I don't know.
That's not true?
No.
Okay.
We celebrated an anniversary, our 6th anniversary.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But you had a big party, though. I know that. I heard about
We
that
had a
party.
good party, but we did not renew our vows, just for the record.
Okay.
We're going to set the
You don't
record
need to
straight with
renew
Ernie.
Yeah.
Please straighten him out during
This is the first
break.
time we speak about it, actually.
We have to take a break, but we are going to come back because there's a lot more to be said. We've got to talk to this great couple here when we return with the 53rd annual Puerto Rican Day Parade live in New York City on Fox 5.
Live from 5th Avenue in Manhattan, it's the 53rd Annual National Puerto Rican Day Parade.
The 53rd National Puerto Rican Day Parade is brought to you by the proud partners of the National Puerto Rican Day Parade and Goya. CS Goya, tiene que ser bueno. If it's Goya, it has to be good. Pepsi-Cola, it's never been a generation like ours. Colgate, make the Colgate family promise. Better oral health together. And American Airlines, the official airline of the National Puerto Rican Day Parade. We are back, and we're still here on Fox 5. Hey, Mark Anthony and Jennifer Lopez.
Yes.
Again, you know, we're so happy to have you with us. You just represent so much to this wonderful community, and also to New York, and also to our country. And I really mean that. Outstanding couple, because you're just doing so much for your community. Tell us a little bit about what you're up to these days, because I know you're all very busy.
You
go first. Who goes first? Mark.
My album just came out a couple of weeks ago. It was the first one in 6 years, so I'm really, really excited about that. We're about to kick off a world tour. I'm getting back into acting. I just did 2 episodes of Hawthorne with Jada Pinkett Smith, which was an unbelievable experience. Jen's recording an album. And,
Jennifer, you got a new album
movies
coming out, right?
Yeah, I'm working on an album. We've been working on it for a while now, but it looks like it's going to be out in the next month or two. So actually, the single will be out in the next month or two, so I'm very excited.
Both of your careers are terrific, but also you love those 2 little children.
Yes.
Talk briefly about them, okay?
Oh, God. Well, I mean, I could talk all day. I don't know anybody.
About our children.
I mean, they're an amazing blessing, and, you know, just that whole sense of family, and much what this day is about, a sense of community and family, and they make our lives richer and better. And I really wanted to bring them out today, but we thought maybe we shouldn't.
It's a big part of your life, though. I mean, you guys, this is the center of your lives right now, right?
Yeah, absolutely, no question about it.
Well, you know what, Ernie? We have to say goodbye to those people on Fox 5, but we also are saying hello to everyone on My 9 as the 53rd Annual Puerto Rican Day Parade continues. And right now, we'll get back to those kids for just a moment if we can.
Okay.
Because we want to know when you're going to bring them to their first Puerto Rican Day Parade.
So it almost happened